between COVID and China's bioweapons program. And as we've shown you on this program,
Tucker, where did it come from?
Mr. Flip-Flop
Where did
Fauci
COVID come
himself
from?
was warned back in February of 2020 about the evidence supporting the lab leak theory, but publicly he was downplaying that information. You, the American people, deserve transparency on the origins of this virus. It's killed over 1 million Americans. We need accountability from China and our own public health officials who have not been honest with you, the American people. Anyway, here with reaction, China expert Gordon Chang, along with the Outkick founder Clay Travis. Gordon, I'll start with you. The reality is, I mean, this is simple, basic common sense. We all knew that coronavirus research was being done in the Wuhan virology lab.
COVID origin may have been tied to China's bioweapons program. GOP reports allege.
Alliance Group, Health Alliance, and they sent it over to this virology lab. First of all, why would one American cent be spent on any lab in China when it's a hostile regime to the United States?
So they can kill us all.
Give them anything.
Well, we certainly shouldn't have. And we got to remember the context for this, Sean. In 2014, the Obama administration put a moratorium on the federal funding of gain-of-function research because it was too dangerous. So what did Dr. Fauci's National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease do? Well, it shipped it off to China. That was unjustifiable. That was dangerous. And we know that Fauci has committed perjury twice before the Senate last year, because there are two published scientific papers that specifically acknowledge funding from Dr. Fauci's
and
institute.
The Republicans are coming to get you after January.
Researchers at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, and they describe
time for you to go to jail.
Open and shut case.
You know, Clay, I look at this and it really angers me because they're insulting the American people's intelligence. Oh, this likely came from a wet market. And now that we have the opportunity and have had the opportunity to look at NIH officials and their emails.
Let's look back on AIDS too and see where that comes from.
Likely a virus manipulated in a lab. They knew what the Wuhan virology lab was involved in. They knew that the likelihood
and who was involved in that,
high, but they purposely didn't tell the American people. And Fauci is in some circles.
And while we're at it, look at
as a folk hero
RSV.
I don't get it.
And monkeypox.
No, you're 100% right. And this is one of many things that the House Republicans have to shine a light on when they take power in January, Sean. And remember, they've had years now to find this host animal that allowed, if this is your theory, right, that allowed this transition to occur, and they haven't been able to find it anywhere. Meanwhile, all of the evidence, and a lot of the evidence that we're never going to see, remember, has totally been destroyed, and there's clear reason why Dr. Fauci would be lying
hide that
about
file
this,
for
and why
50
the
years
emails
till
would
they're
suggest
all dead.
that there is a cover-up
like they
here,
did John F. Kennedy.
It is an explosive and destructive story. If our American taxpayer dollars were being used, as I think Gordon thinks and I think and you, Sean, and many people out there watching us right now believe, that it was American taxpayer dollars that unleashed COVID up on the world through Chinese research when this escaped from a Chinese lab. And the fact that the Chinese immediately covered it up.
It just got up and walked out the door.
And his allies inside of NIH also worked to help to cover this up. I agree with Gordon. I think there should be criminal charges brought against Fauci for perjury. I think the House of Representatives, when they take over, Republicans need to make this a primary focus. And I believe in the years ahead, Dr. Fauci's saintly status, even with far left-wing imbeciles wearing 3 masks, is going to collapse because this guy is one of the biggest liars in American bureaucratic history.
I think if we use adult diapers,
by the time he retires, Sean,
it'll go away.
Paid
Use
taxpayer-funded
adult
diapers
diapers
it's
and
an
3 masks.
absolute farce. It's a disgrace.
It's a disgrace, and I hope all the things you laid out does in fact happen.
God bless Patriots.
Watching people alone in a car, driving alone in
Please
a car
subscribe.
with a mask on, which makes no sense to anybody, or somebody outside in an open field by themselves with a mask on. Makes no sense.
Makes more sense to put an adult used diaper on.
Gordon, thank you, and Clay, we appreciate you being with us. When we come back,
God bless.
John Boehner paying